All right, y'all. So let me try this again. Uh, there's no reason why there shouldn't be any sound. I'm gonna play this. Yeah, put it back down, yeah, put it back down, you know it like a fool. Yeah, put it down, you know it like a fool. Put it down, you know it. Man, you two getting on my freaking nerves, bro. Like, really? Straight up killer. YouTube is really getting on my nerves. YouTube is really, really getting on my nerves. Let me check this live and see if there's any sound coming from it. Hold on.
The world's first titanium nonstick pan. It's gonna blow your hair back. I'm Mike Pagale, 3 Michelin chef.
Did he say the world's first? Bro, that's not the world's first pan. Bro, that's not the world's first. Okay, so now I have sound. So I wonder if my peeps gonna come back. Cause I don't know. So I wonder if my peeps gonna come back. So YouTube messing with me. So YouTube messing with me. So y'all know I got stuff going on in the background or whatnot to you know, throw some things off. But so what I'm talking about is the dude Skrilla and that song he made 6-7, because they was saying that last night. The children was saying that last night. They was on that 6-7, 6-7. And they also was like shouting out their Roblox handle so that they can connect. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, parents, what's going on, man? You know, everything that I'm hearing about 6-7, everything I'm hearing about Roblox, and y'all just give in. Like, I mean, what's going on? You don't have any opposition at all? Because I saw an interview from the guy myself, and he said himself that, you know, he messed around with spirit work, and that's what he doing in that song. So when your children are repeating it and shit like that, they are literally casting spells or getting spells cast upon themselves, blah, 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 because that's his intention. Like, this came out this dude's mouth. Came out his mouth.
With low prices store-wide, eat well for...
You've most likely heard about the 6-7 meme. But what does it mean? The meme comes from a song called Doot Doot by rapper Skrilla. It dropped in late 2024, and in the track, Skrilla says 6-7. 6-7, I just been right on the highway. He's talking about 67th Street in Chicago, and that's where the phrase originated. Fast forward to early 2025, and TikTok and Instagram users took that 6-7 line, connected it to NBA player LaMelo Ball, who just happens to be 6'7". So whenever the song hits the 6-7 line, editors would cut to footage of LaMelo.
No, this is this. I'm gonna let it rock a little bit, but this is just random stuff that is also 6-7. This is not the truth about what this song is. You gotta listen to the dude come out his mouth and say himself. I'm gonna find it.
Dominating the court. And from these edits, the meme evolved. People started making TikToks and Instagram reels involving the number 6-7. For example, someone would say that they scored 67 out of 100 on the test, and then someone would say, "You mean 6-7?" It became the type of inside joke where you had to understand it before you could use it, but there was no understanding. The meaning of 6-7 is 6-7. And then the meme got even more popular in March of 2025 during a Cam Wilder basketball vlog. The camera panned to a white kid with blonde fluffy hair, and out of nowhere he shouts, 6'7". Clips of that kid started spreading across TikTok in April, and people quickly dubbed him the 6'7" kid with fluffy hair. His hairstyle even got nicknamed the ice cream haircut. For many, the clip felt cringy, and then this led to a stereotype called the Mason 6'7" archetype, poking fun at younger Gen Z and Gen Alpha boys who overuse internet slang and trends like this. And then later in 2025, the 6'7" kid took on an even stranger form with what's now called SCP-067. Around August, edits started circulating where the 6'7" kid's face was distorted into something creepy with glowing blue eyes, massive gaping mouth, or sometimes black and white like a giant space creature. People compared it to SCP-096 or SCP-1471, and that's how we got the name SCP-067.
Nah, that ain't it.
Other edits made him look like an anti-piracy screen, like one of those that you would see if you pirated a video game, turning the 6'7" kid into full-on nightmare fuel, but now
That
also
ain't
a
it.
digital urban legend.
That's just a
And that-
byproduct of it. That ain't it. If y'all watch stuff like that and you think that that's what this is, then you getting a washed down version of it. And it's weird that as a parent, I don't know, because I'm also a researcher, so I should know how to research, and I do. But that's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say is parents should know how to research, and they should research instead of just going off what's easy. But I could say I'm thankful that I don't have to, deal with this kind of stuff. Because, boy, in this day and age, this computer and internet stuff was just really becoming a thing when I was bringing mine up. So it wasn't that deep. I don't know if I could make it. I really don't, because to hear them 6'7", and shouting out their Roblox and whatnot, I was just like, are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? That shit will be forbidden. But just basing off of what I deem as extremely dangerous, and basing off of what I deem like how I was raised, which we didn't even get to do TV or shows or none of that, cartoons, all that kind of stuff, which makes total sense to me now. Total sense. It makes all the sense in the world. I'm so thankful that my father was as strict as he was. It makes all the sense in the world. But this is how this dude get down. I'm gonna look for that interview, but I'm gonna let this play a little bit. This is it. You gonna see the guy Skrilla who made the song, and this is how he live his life. Then this is an easy one. If you co-pilot, if you don't get out my freak, just give me a minute. I'm getting you up out of here, okay? I'm gonna get you up out of here, because you keep popping up and shit like, motherfucker, if I need you, I'm gonna call you. Don't piss me off today. You understand? Do not fucking piss me off today. Shit's so annoying. All you gotta do is look up the lyrics. Like, as a parent, you look up the you look up the lyrics, and you still, okay, yes, Skrilla, it's me. I don't even really want to say the lyrics, but I'm gonna let my computer read the shit. Fuck that.
Sure. Ellis, yeah, it's Skriller. Yeah, it's Skriller, yeah. It's Skriller. Yeah, it's Skriller, yeah. It's me. Shades on. I'm bull with dear glasses, bro. Say, of course he is savage. So many dead whoops. So many ashes. Brr. You ain't catch that. I can't pass this. Come here. Shoot us.
So then he say so many ashes. Brr. What does that mean? Oh, do your research, parents. What does that mean, parents? Do your research, parents. How y'all like Emily's voice? You don't like it? Well, 6'7". Okay? Go ahead, Emily.
Stay strapped. I don't need mine, bro. Put belt right to they behind the way that switch burr. I know he'd in 6 to 7. Oh my god. I just bipped right on the highway. BIP. BIP. SKRT. R. U. Yer. Alright. BIP. 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 I just bipped right on the highway track hork. MM. Sitting in the driveway. SKRR. Pull up. Doot doot. Do do do. Doot. Do do. Do do.
Okay.
Do dump truck. Baby shark. Do 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 do. I popped the perk and popped the blue eye geek like the custis to say it in rap.
Hold on. So he used a baby shark. Why would he do that? To target your children? Interesting. Interesting. And you gonna let him, huh? Okay. I got you. With your don't care ass.
Bro, we can smack out. Oh, pull up clean in my white tee. Pull up clean in my white tee. Rolling off a honey. 2. Oh, diamonds VV. Straight from Lex. And I got a custom pendant waiting. Wait till when you see that. Ooh, pull up back to back. Matte black track, I just bipped it. 9. Back to back. Throw some DS up on that bitch like rich boy hurricane. Hey baby hurricane my Chris boy. Hey baby.
This is so stupid.
I'm forever
This is so
convict.
stupid.
Boy. Hey baby. Send my shooter on a hit. Boy. Grr. I'll middleman a whole body. FRR. Straight thug gin. Free blick. Fightin' triple homie. FRR. Take a 4. So I just yak I think 12
Take a
inside
4.
a scat.
What you take? He took a 4? Oh, okay. Sent his homie on a hit. Okay.
Swapped the VIN and got it wrapped.
Swapped
Here.
the VIN and got it wrapped. Stole a car, swapped the VIN, got it wrapped. Okay, all right, cool. We ain't talking about nothing good up in here. So,
Bitch. We bipping overnight.
what you got?
Yeah. Shades on. I'm bull with DA glasses. Yeah. Bro say a cores he a savage. Yeah. So many dead whoops. So many ashes. Yeah. You ain't catch that. I can't parse the shooter, stay strapped. I don't need mine, bro. Put belt right to they glass. Come here. The way that switch Bertie. I know he did. Get him. 6 to 7.
That is so dumb.
I just bipped right on the highway. Damn. Eskerty. You're here.
This
All
is a
right.
dumb
Oh my
song.
god. I just bipped right on the highway track hork. Sitting in the driveway here. Oh my. Pull up.
This is all you gotta say. But you know, if your head and your mind and your brains is fried, then I guess that's all you're gonna be saying. So this is a little show about these rappers nowadays and how they be just doped up. Like they just be on all kinds of stuff. Look, your boy getting ready to show up. The 6'7" dude, the Skrilla dude. Co-pilot, you gotta go.
God damn, stupid. What's up, bro? God damn.
It got to a point where Quez just kept tweaking while answering questions, and it's pretty disturbing.
I'm really trying to depend on him, you feel me? Help me navigate and drive, you feel me? Because they were 5 hours. So shit. Pills.
Now let's move on to Philly rapper Skrilla, because he's known for tweaking out everywhere he goes. See, Skrilla knew he wanted to have some fun at the No Jumper studio, so he came in with a whole bottle of Whip It to carry him through the entire thing, and he would constantly take hits in between questions.
Bro, Future is my dog.
Yeah, but I don't know. I had to take a break to listen to the moody Skrilla
So
instrumentals.
that's the scene.
You just be
They
going
sitting there,
crazy.
they gotta
you
cover
should
it
be
up
doing that
because
every couple
he,
seconds for the entirety of the
you know.
Yeah, you think that's going to pot up?
I mean, I feel like it's going to be a nightmare for the editors if they have to edit.
All right, look, I'm just taking my one big whip it though, so I'm just taking my one big puff and it's going to be all right.
That's sad. That's crazy. That's crazy.
We good.
Oh my God, bro.
He really took off when he mixed it with a smoke and meds.
Jesus.
I felt like you were already good. Oh my God. Jesus. What the? Is this a regular day or are you on Cali time? Is it regular?
Every day, bro. I get geeked up, bro. You ever heard my song Geeked Up?
Yeah, I mean, some of the vlogs of you like just being in your neighborhood it's almost kind of scary what looks like is going on with your eyes. Like you just look like you're on another planet.
But Skrilla didn't want to hog all the fun for himself, and it didn't take long before he got Adam to join him in the trip with some gas.
You gotta hit it one time, bro, for the camera, bro. You gotta hit it one time, bro.
You gotta hit it one time, bro.
That's weird.
Just one time for the camera, bro. You gotta do it one time. Just tilt it to the side or what? It's twisted this way.
Y'all hit that like button.
Yeah, for sure. I do every time when somebody else I twist it and then you suck like this.
This another reason. This another reason why I'm gonna stop doing videos like this too. This another reason, cause y'all motherfuckers don't even hit the fucking like button. You ungrateful bastards. Yep. You heard exactly what I said. You heard exactly what I said. It's not even worth it. You know, they be shadow banning my channel. They be trying to put me on all kind of restrictions and strikes. Don't want to monetize. Y'all don't be hitting the Cash App. You don't support. You don't double back. You don't comment. You don't hype the video. You don't do nothing. This gonna be my last time. This gonna be my last time. From here on out, I'm just gonna act like I don't see shit about shit. For real, I'm done talking about any of this type stuff. It's ridiculous. Y'all gonna be a train wreck either way it go. So enjoy it. This is the last one. These y'all children around here talking about some 6, 7 and be on Roblox and shit. Just like the kid from, you know, he telling me about dude showing him money on there, offering him money. His grandpa, who I know, you know, he pretty much standing right there listening. So I told him, I said, did you tell your father about this? He like, no. I'm like, okay, you need to tell your father about this. Make sure you talk to your father and tell your father about this. So the next day I asked him, I said, you tell your father? He said, no, I don't want to start no mess. You know, I'm gonna mind my business. Because why did your grandpa say something? Because at the end of the day, y'all don't be caring. At the end of the day, y'all don't be caring. That's actually Lord Krishna. Show some respect and go to hell. Okay? That's what you can do. That's like you going somewhere and disrespecting Jesus, you dumbass. You ignorant bastard. First of all, you don't come up in nobody chat talking like that. You don't come up in nobody chat disrespecting like that. And if you see something and you don't know what it is, you ask nicely. And if you're not hitting that like button, then you don't belong over here anyway. Dork. So I'm not even finna press play again. So like, let's see. Every movie night is on us. Choose a movie. Okay, what's up? I ain't even trying to go to the movies. I would give the tickets away, but I ain't giving out nothing on my channel. I might go over to TikTok and see what's good over there. But I sure ain't gonna hand them out over here on YouTube, because y'all don't even do basic support. It's not even worth it for all the crap that they put me through over here on YouTube, because they do not like the things that I choose to talk about, for real. So to anybody else who's coming on, you know, decent terms, friendly terms, greetings to you. As you can see in the title, you know, the topic of conversation is, I get it. You know, I get it. There's a lot that be going on these days, and people be following trends. Children follow trends. But it's dangerous to just let them do, say, be involved in anything. It really is, because it's crunch time out here. It's demon time out here consistently. Now, what you're looking at on your screen don't have anything to do with what we're talking about. It's just a distraction because of what, just to kind of green screen camouflage a little bit what I'm showing. Because YouTube and the subject matter and blah, 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 blah. So it's just to kind of like, camouflage it a little bit. But this is the creator of that song. And he is supposed to be doing an interview. But he is overly consumed with wanting to get high. So he's like puffing in some gas constantly, doing everything else, the whole 9 yards, you name it. I'm not gonna go down the mill and say it because they get you. It's against you every time you say it. Every time you say it. So.
Hey, are you on Cali time?
Every day, bro. I get geeked up, bro.
But this is
You ever heard my song Geeked Up?
Yeah, and some of the vlogs of you like just being in your neighborhood it's almost kind of scary what looks like is going on with your eyes. Like you just look like you're on another planet.
But Skrilla didn't want to hog all the fun for himself. And it didn't take long before he got Adam to join him in the trip with some gas.
You gotta hit it one time, bro, for the camera, bro. You gotta hit it one time, bro. You gotta hit it one time, bro. Just one time for the camera, bro. You gotta hit it one time.
Just tilt it to the side or what?
It's twisted this way.
You're gonna be offended if I roll
Y'all
this
hit the like button. I only got 2 likes.
I twist it and then you suck.
Like this. No, whoa. No diddy. No diddy. I don't do no sucking, bro. That was that. Twist it more. Adam, you know what that is, bro. You did it like you know what you did. You know what it is. You're
I've only ever done it out the balloon or the little cartridge thing. I never did it like. See, my voice turned out crazy. Like, yo, I sound like Cardi.
Yeah.
What's going on? I'm gonna sound opium with this voice.
And Skrilla might want to chill off all that before he turns into a Kensington clerk. Although things can go far crazier when the substance of choice is alcohol. Like Max Snoop, who went on to drop the craziest bars of his career, alongside Lil Pistol Starter, after having way too much to drink.
No way.
You know I act a fool. I'm for the alcohol, they know I act a fool. I'm for the alcohol, they know I act a fool. I'm for the alcohol, they know I act a fool.
They got so much attention that Boxed In went on to record a full version of the song out of a freestyle a few months later. And that's not the only time Snoop went on to act a fool in the Boxed In studio after heaving some cheap 40s. Because a year later, he came back with Lil Pistol. Only this time, he started tweaking out of his mind in the middle of the interview.
Man, I can't believe I got my laptop back working. And bro, I did it myself. I IT this joint myself, bro. But I'm gonna have to get back on my schoolwork now. Okay? But I did it myself. It took me a long time to diagnose, to figure it out, to fix it. But ain't nobody burn my pockets out because ain't nothing in my pockets. And all that snake oil and all that BS and them lies and all that stuff they was trying to tell me. I'm like, man, you can go sit down somewhere with that. Because, nah. And I would not stop. And that's my victory story, y'all. That's my victory story. I'm sitting here looking at my boo thing, boy, scrolling, boy, getting it in. It's about to be all night popcorn. What? The hell? That's sad. That is sad.
But instead of making a hit out of the interview, Snoop ended up having a historic crash out before leaving the place.
That's crazy.
And I wouldn't even want to be around Buddy because I know you can smell the liquor.
But that AI voice is trying to sound cool, but it's annoying.
Drink at hand during interviews, but his interview with Cam Capone was almost his last. After drinking an entire bottle of Crown Royal,
This is the last
from the last sip.
time that I'm even gonna speak on anything. I'm telling y'all. I'm done. I'm done after this. I'm at like I don't see shit. I don't hear shit.
Well,
Good thing there are people ready to jump in and save him. Now, you would think that was just a one-off situation, but King Yella always ended up knocking himself out cold after an interview with 607
you stink.
Oh, that's crazy. That is so pathetic. Ugh. 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 You drunk?
And at this point, I think Yella is doing that for clout. And we couldn't have a video about rappers getting loaded during interviews without including FPG Butter. Because one of his most iconic moments comes from the time he went on to have a talk with DJ Vlad and ended up nodding off, not once, but twice.
Well, you said you give your ops a lot of passes, like when they catch them out with their family. Oh, yo, you just nodded off. You good?
I'm tweaked. I just tweaked, man.
Yeah, drink some coffee, man.
Man, oh, bro, I just tweaked, folks.
But I guess King Von hated Wooski the most.
To protect my browser. Wait.
But, oh, man.
You know, I forget.
Buddy really tried faking like he wasn't sipping that turtle green.
You know, I just got up. It's early in the morning. Had a long night.
2:30 p.m. Right?
Sure.
So just put that out there.
Sure.
Let's get that shit.
All right.
Now, Butter might have been able to pull himself back together for the interview, but Jada Youngin completely broke down during his interview with DJ Vlad. Everything seemed to be going well at first, until you could see Jay being physically uncomfortable and asking for water, until he had to walk away from the interview after getting emotional.
You're a professional, you should be training in terms of what you do. You can't just think that you're already a master.
Right.
You know, I mean, every great athlete has a trainer.
I need some water, so
No problem.
it's good if I walk out real quick.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I need to catch my altitude.
All right, man, we back. Yeah, I guess you just had a moment.
Yeah, I had to say that.
People in the comments were quick to point out how he was obviously high off some RPs, and he was having a bad trip. When it comes to rappers who have had disturbing interviews while high though, Kodak Black has had some of the craziest moments. But the highlight comes from when he went on to do an interview with Drink Champs, and he was so out of it that he was struggling to even come up with basic sentences throughout the whole thing.
He's wiping his face. Yeah,
It's like I wanna go come play, but I wanna go ace. But it's, okay, I told them I'm getting what they do. I'll talk only like what is my only if we wanna kill each other. I don't know for what. It's not big deal stuff.
And that wasn't even the first time one of Kodak's interviews went like that, because he also had something similar happen a few years earlier while reacting to his song Super Gremlin with CS and D-Lou, with Kodak tweaking out while they were asking him questions.
And that's what I was gonna say too, because you got hella unreleased too. I was gonna ask you, like, what's like your process like? Sometimes, like, You just like freestyle most of your shit, or do you like?
I just process for real.
And hopefully Yak can get that monkey off his back, because it's pretty disturbing to see. A more disturbing moment comes from Real Bert in an interview he had with DJ UTV, because at the time, he was going through a dark time after the death of Bloodhound Lil Jeff. And you can see him itching.
Hey, yo, y'all need to hit that like button.
About Jeff.
Like, damn, bro, you already been.
Come in the building, hit the like button.
You know, just, bro, you got the image, your chicken already, bro. And then that's, bro.
Things got heated when DJ U confronted Bert and his associate over how they just waste money on getting high.
Spend $2 on.
I want you to hear what you just said. No, you just said you will make 10,000 and spend 2,000 on drugs. Hey, 2,000 on drugs is crazy.
That's in one day. But I'm making that every day.
2,000 on drugs.
A day. I'm just saying.
And it didn't take long before the 30s took effect on Bert, knocking him out for about 4 minutes before coming to his senses.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Okay, yeah, it's cool, because, like, no, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you back, Bert?
I'm back.
Been ready. But me and bro was just having a good combo. You back?
That's so sad.
And Rio the Young OG was about to scratch a whole while high off of Yerk during an interview with Say Cheese back in 2020. In the case of Youngboy, he decided to get loaded off the K2 just before his interview with Complex, since they would be recording at his house. But it didn't take long for things to go south when YB got mad at the interviewer for asking too many questions, since he just wanted to chill.
I don't know time. Some shit spoke on why.
So all on be getting high like that, huh?
In terms of like every time.
That's real sad.
Although things were much darker for YB,
that's a whole escape mechanism, because it's like, bro, what are you running from? There's, and to have all that money and then just be wanting to run away from something, that is so wild. That is so wild. Okay, let me go ahead and get you up out of here. Because I didn't see. Took what photo down? I didn't take no photo down. I still got the same photo up that I had of Lord Krishna. Let me take you down. Take you down. I really wanna take you. I really wanna take you down. Take you down. Take you down. I really wanna take you. Let me check the rest of the messages. See if there's anybody else that I wanna zap. Because I like to. See, y'all done made me forget what I was getting ready to say now. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your groove on. Go play. Yep, sure did. I forgot exactly what I was saying. Isn't that something? Wait, what happened? Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Oh, these commercials are so freaking annoying.
In my arms, and then I dove down there, and then I look back over and I see people running away from my son, and I see my son laying there crawling, and I'm like, damn, Amari. So I jump back over the counter with the baby.
Oh
at this point, the gunman left out of the building, and then I had my baby and my girl was in the corner, and they had all ran out the back door. So I'm like, I'm on top of Amari. I'm trying to grab him. I'm like trying to see where he's hit, because he's just sitting there just going. And I'm just like, man, I'm like, where you hit at? Where you hit at? And I look, and he had a hole the size of a nickel on his chest. And I'm just like, oh God, like, what am I gonna do? And the bullet where it was at, it was like near his heart. And I'm just like, I'm trying to like, I'm trying to like soothe him and tell him keep fighting. And I, you know, I tried to, I wanted to give him CPR, but I didn't want to move him any certain way to where like I would have made matters worse. And then bullets started coming back in there. Boom, 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 boom. Bullets started coming back, but he didn't. The shooter didn't come back in the building. They stood at the door and was shooting. And so I grabbed him and I drug him and the baby to the side, and I gave my girl the baby, and
so this is concerning the Stockton incident. 14-year-old son Amari amongst 4. It was a child's birthday party in Stockton. I think I remember hearing something about that. That was like earlier this month. Wow, his other children are just sitting right next to him, just looking at him tell this story, holding a picture of the other boy. They appear to be Hawaiian. The mom's Hawaiian, and he, of course, is black. Man, he looks like he's about maybe 10 years old. They got a football picture. All of them look like the mama. Wow. The young one, I don't even think he really comprehends what he is actually listening to.
I could try to get on the phone and call 911, but it was so
wow.
I couldn't even think of what the address was, like, you know, and me being as a dad, I feel like I failed at that because I didn't know exactly where we was at, but I didn't know it was gonna be a damn massacre.
But you never know, and we in those times. What you mean? It ain't sweet. Ain't nothing sweet out here. Stop playing. Ain't nothing sweet out here. That's the problem. That's the whole point of me going live right now talking about this. That's the problem. Y'all lacking too much. Y'all think it's sweet out here. Ain't nothing sweet no more, ever. It ain't never gonna be sweet again. It ain't sweet nowhere. You don't even go to your bathroom with no way to protect. You don't even go to your bathroom. I don't go in my shower without my shit. I don't go in my bathroom without my shit. I'm not going from one room to the next unless I got some shit on me. You don't know if somebody gonna drop through your damn ceiling. You don't know if they gonna kick in your window. You don't know if they come through the door. You don't know what the fuck gonna go down. And then he gonna talk about he didn't even know where they was at. As a man, you took your family somewhere and you didn't know where y'all was at? Hey, that's on you, Mom. That's the kind of dude you with.
Yeah, so she ended up calling, and I was sitting right there, and then they said the police are here. After about, like, I say 2 or 3 minutes of chaos going on, they was saying the police, and I'm like, well, where they at? Because my son isn't here dying. It's little girls, there's people in here laying down, like, so I'm like, where are the police at? They like, oh, they outside. They don't want to come in because they think there's somebody in here. I'm like, think there's somebody in here. So then, like, you know,
that
the girl
sounds crazy.
came and she was like, you gotta put pressure on the wound. So I'm like, all right, I'm trying to put pressure on it. Then she come and put pressure on it. And then it was like,
police scared somebody in there.
So I start blowing on them, and blood the blood just kept, the blood.
Did he say blowing on him?
Ooh, God. The blood just kept coming out his face, and I'm just like, man, so I just started.
Oh, man. Look at the children, though. Look at their faces. I just can't, man. I don't know why they sitting right there listening to this. I get that it's reality, but I just don't understand why they got to be sitting right here listening to this. Did he say blowing on him, though? Did he say blowing on him?
It just kept the blood.
Did he say blowing on him?
Ooh. somebody in here. So then, like, you know, the girl came and she was like, you got to put pressure on. You got to put pressure on the wound.
You could see the insecurity on their faces by hearing him being in such panic mode. They went from looking at him over and over in a concerned way to now looking at him out the side of their eyes. They side-eyeing this dude right now. They not even looking up anymore. They're like head down, eyes down, side-eyeing him. They're hearing him panic, cry, telling this story in a frantic about their own brother. I don't understand why the children are sitting next to him, listening to it. They're never going to even understand how to look at him anymore. They're not going to understand whether they can feel safe around him. They're not going to know whether they can go to the store with him anymore. They don't even understand enough about this to be able to sit here and listen to this. They can't understand why they grown ass daddy sitting here breaking the fuck down like this. He is such a he ain't quite bright. I'm gonna say
I'm like, all right, I'm trying to put pressure on it. Then she come and put pressure on it. And they was like, you gotta give him CPR. So I started blowing.
The way they side-eyeing this dude.
Just the blood just kept the blood.
He really traumatizing the mess out of them right now.
The blood just kept coming out his face, and I'm just like, man.
That's
so
crazy. What up, Jazz?
I just started trying to give him CPR, and the girl started pumping on his chest, but I'm trying to keep something over his chest. And then the police come running through the door with their guns, acting like they superheroes, but everybody in here hit. They running out the back door where all the kids went. All the people that's trying to survive then ran out the back. Y'all chasing somebody who ain't even out here, like, you know,
man, just don't shut up. They
Is,
don't know what's going on.
Right
Shut your mouth. You sitting up here telling all this tragic stuff in front of children. Shut your ass up.
First, they gave the girl like a foot wrap thing or whatever, and they said put pressure on the wound, So then we keep pumping. He was like 30 pumps, and give him CPR. So then we working that, and then I'm just sitting there looking like this ain't working. I'm like, I gotta get up out of here. So
the mama sitting there rocking the baby, and she just crying. It seemed like the mama is hearing this story for the first time. The way she keep looking at him. I don't know. This is kind of odd. I got to shoot to the comment section real quick, y'all. Someone get this family a counselor. This poor father is traumatized. Whoever shot up, these children needs the blank penalty. To walk into a child birthday party, that's what they did, and started pow-powing is evil. As a father, even the thought of my son getting hurt like that is scary and overwhelming. Nobody should ever go through this. Glad the reporter did not interrupt his story. Yeah, I was surprised. He let him rock out. I can imagine, even as a professional, the reporter probably froze up in this moment. This is pretty doggone overwhelming. If you guys can see this, it's pretty overwhelming. I'm not going to show it because it's got, children in it, but glad the report. Okay, I said that. All right, his baby's facial expression, they are traumatized. That's what I'm saying. Where's grandma? Somebody to watch the babies. Like, why they gotta sit right next? I mean, the thing is that this is their father. This is the man of the house. Bro, they too young. They can't do all this. I mean, it's bad enough your wife gonna sit here and watch you like this. But now the children are gonna sit here and they're gonna watch you like this. And they're hearing all this horrible stuff about what happened to their brother. They're seeing you panic. This happened at an event. It's supposed to be a joyful event. You're the one supposed to protect them. They're not gonna... How are they supposed to process, the world can be a safe place again? How are they supposed to process you can be a man again? How are they supposed to process you could ever protect them again? How are they supposed to process they can hold your hand and cross the street again, boy? How are they supposed to process you can take them to the doggone grocery store and they can be all right? This dude is literally having a freaking break all the way down, telling this event, and he got his children and his wife sitting here. She rocking back and forth, and they are looking at him, side-eyeing at him. Everybody's traumatized listening to him being traumatized himself, telling his doggone story. This is the most craziest thing. So, wait a minute. I saw something. Okay, they're trying to process everything, hanging on. Wait. As a father, even the thought of my son, da. Okay, boom, 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 boom. I have a daughter, blah, blah, blah. I will put justice in my own hands. Glad to report it. Okay, blah, blah, blah. The baby's facial expressions, they are so traumatized, so sad. Horrific to watch the poor babies. Okay. So then they say maybe this dumb father should not have taken his child to a Bloods gang member party. I knew something was going to surface in the comment section. A Bloods gang member party. Wow. If you weren't so busy being an a-hole and actually listened to the interview, then you would have heard the reason why they were at the party, and those reasons had nothing to do with gangs. He wasn't aware of the social lives of other people there. It was a children's party. Well, who are you to judge someone you don't even know? You sat and watched a 22-minute video about a father who just lost his child, and all you could think of, that's pathetic and cruel. You're the dumb one to be judging someone in a situation like this so harshly. Now go worry about your own ignorant self. Let me get down in the comment section, y'all. I'm telling you. So thank you for speaking the truth and sharing the information about who these people really are. Well, maybe one day you'll feel the same pain and you'll understand. And this is why we didn't feel any sympathy for Austin Metcalf. You guys continue to make assumptions that you really don't know or understand, but you expect us to feel sympathy for a YT teen who got, some sharp put in him because he didn't mind his own business. So they said they're trying to process everything and hang on to their dad's every word when he is trying desperately to deal. It's his own fault. It was a Bloods party full of gang members who just pew-pewed a rival gang in front of his own kid. So she just jumping in comment after comment. And she would just want to let everybody know. It was a kid's birthday party. What are you talking about? There are several children and families that attended. Not sure they should be listening to him retell the baby's last minutes. Thank you. Somebody. Come on. It took me, I had to go through all that to get to this. I'm just saying. I think the parents are just so distraught. They can't even think straight. And they don't have anybody, any proper family that came and just knew what to do and just came and helped and took over and said, I got the babies, go do your interview, or don't do the, or I don't know, but I got the babies. Yeah, come on, y'all, come on here. Y'all don't need to hear this. Y'all don't need to be here. Y'all don't need to do this. Because you can literally see the added trauma that is happening to these children while they are listening to this. They're too young. They're too young to be able to get past this and look at this man in the way that they're gonna need to look at him. They're too young. They don't understand enough about life even. They're too young. They're too young. They're way too young to sit here and witness this. Way too young. The daughter look like she the oldest kid. She might be 11 at best. Nah, they got an arm baby that's probably like 1. Then another one, he look like he about 5 or 6. Poor mama. This is just.
I'm like, son, man, just hold on, And I'm like, where's the ambulance? And they was like, oh, the ambulance just got here. I'm thinking the ambulance coming out. That the police get around me like, oh, let us do our job. I'm like, y'all ain't doing y'all letting my son die. So then I run outside, the ambulance still out there.
I'm not feeling his dad. I'm not
I'm
feeling him at all. I can't respect this man at all.
So I had to grab one of the paramedics. I'm like, man, my son is dying. I'm not finna let my son die in here like that.
But you did, so shut up.
Ran back in there, and then he was like, oh, we gotta get him outside. So then, you know, we picked him up, and then we just carried him all the way outside to the street and laid him out on the street. Then they got this machine to, like, you know, the pump, just keep pumping his heart. And, you know, like, they was like, we got to get him on the gurney. Like, we got to get him on the gurney now. And then this girl out here laid out. They got old boy out here laid out. So then.
So this the type of, these the type of parents. Oh, well, I'm going to say parent. Because I can't say nothing about the mom. She is so distraught over there. She probably not even coherent enough. But he the type of parent that'll sit here and do and say anything in front of his children. With his damn do-rag on. He like a little bitch. Like, you see him up here crying and shit, whining and shit in front of your children. To sit up here telling this dramatic story about what happened, word for word, to that brother. And the look on the girl face. He all doing all this and he right in her ear. He ain't even thinking about these children right now. Girl, what kind of dude did you sit up here and have all these children with?
They put him on the gurney, and then I'm like, man, can I ride there back there with him? They was like, no, you can't ride back here.
Now, one time did he say, oh, my other children were here too. Was the boy the only one at the party? This is a 22-minute interview. Was the other children at the party? Not one time yet has he said, oh, my other children are here. Are they safe? My wife is here. The baby's here. Are they safe? Oh, my wife is going to be crushed and my son has been hit. Oh, his siblings don't need to see this. Oh, his siblings are going to be crushed if he don't make it. He ain't said that yet. It's him. This nigga. Who the fuck is he? Bitch ass nigga.
Oh, and I'm just like, man, like on the movies, like they always let people ride in the back. So I'm just kind of tripping, like, why they let me ride in the back? So then there was like,
shit, I can about imagine. If he acting like this right now, can you imagine how he was acting that day? This dude, I can tell how he is in real life. He care about himself. He's always about himself. This dude ain't thinking about nobody in this world but himself. Nobody but himself. He is not aware at all. At all.
There's too many cars. It's too much people out here. So we're gonna have to wait and get.
Too much people.
We're gonna make an entry. We're gonna have to make an exit. So I'm like, all right, well, whatever you gotta do, we need to get there. So they make a little exit to get out of there, and I asked the paramedic, like, okay, like, why y'all?
He ain't stopped. He ain't looked at the children. He ain't looked at his wife. He ain't looked at the baby. He ain't checked on them. He ain't checked to see if they okay listening to all of this. I really want to jump through this screen right now and just get them out the room. They are really having a hard time listening to this. He's sitting there like he is the only person in the room. And he right next to them. They are shoulder to shoulder. He ain't even looked in their direction one time. Girl, what have you done? What in the world? How could you even be attracted to this dude?
Why y'all driving so slow? Like, anytime I see the paramedics, like, they doing 100, he like, oh, well, we got to drive at a certain...
I'm just trying to... Girl, how did you get from the island to here to pick this type of dude? He's still in his own world. Them babies is over there having a hard time. Mama having a hard... She rocking hard. And that's not even a rocking chair. Them babies struggling listening to this, and he just in his own freaking world.
And speed, so, you know, they can do their job back there. So I was like, man, that's understandable. Like, I understand that, because I'm like, okay, I'm panicking right now, but like at the same time, I'm like, I don't want them to get in an accident or something else happen and where we don't make it to the hospital. So I had to calm myself down. So when we get to the hospital, this is probably around like 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And I keep asking, I'm like, is he all right? I'm like, is he all right? I'm like, I'm already keep fighting. And I'm just, you know, it's just like going through my head over and over and over. My baby just sitting.
When you've got a classic ride, you need tools you trust. Whether you drive it every day or only take it out on the biggest night of the year.
YouTube, don't show me. I don't celebrate Christmas. YouTube, don't show me no more Christmas shit. Don't do it.
Oh, baby.
The daughter is comforting the grown male. The daughter is comforting the grown male. The young boy is looking at him like, what in the world?
She tell me that that KK got hit, but KK is okay.
Let me see some tears, bro. Let me see some tears.
Hey, and I'm like, okay, thank God. I'm like, okay.
Since you want to cry, let me see your tears. Let me see your tears. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. This that type of dude that I would not be able to stand. And she got 1, 2, 3, 4 children with him. Is he the real daddy though? They all look like the mama. She's Hawaiian, clearly Hawaiian. And he ugly, skinny and ugly.
Seen my baby, and then I'm like, where's Pierre? Because in the midst, then he was lost, and they was like, oh, he's fine. So we get to the hospital, they like, oh yeah, when we get there, you're gonna have to go out here, and they just basically let me out to another room, and I'm just like, why y'all sending me out to a room? Why y'all don't take me up there with my son? Why can't I be?
Because they don't do that when they got a critical patient. You don't belong in there. They gotta work on a patient. Duh. You go in a room. How can you help? You can't even help your family. Look at how you acting now. I can imagine how he was acting that day. Overly emotional. He's not a protector at all. He's not even concerned about others and the rest of his family.
Same triage with him and just see him fight or just be there to hold his hand or anything.
That's not how that works.
They didn't let me do none of that. That's why I think my son was already gone before we even got to the hospital. So then after 7, 8 hours of just waiting at the hospital, they keep telling people, oh, we can't give anybody any information because we trying to get everybody's we trying to interview everybody and get all the questions that we need. But I had been interviewed twice, and I had already talked to an officer. So at this point, I'm done talking. I'm trying.
Yeah, I would have lost it. I would have lost it. They'd have had to put some holes in me too. For sure. At that point, I mean, 8-10 hours. I ain't seen my child. You ain't give me no status update. I'm sitting right there, so I already can pretty much see what, his condition is. You're not letting me go see him. You're not telling me nothing. You playing with me. You telling me you still trying to interview people, whatever. Now, you're going to update me after 8 hours. You're going to update me after 8 hours. They know what they be doing. They know what they be doing. They be playing with people. It's a joke to them.
Trying to figure out where my son is and how and what's his condition. So then like about an hour later, they come back downstairs with my son's jeans all cut up. He was like, "Oh, we had the officer give me my son's jeans. Talking about we had to cut up his pants to get him off of him." And then
why would they bring you the jeans?
He got feces on it. I'm like, man, like, why, like, what's going on? Like,
yeah, why you gonna bring me? I'd have punched him. I'd have knocked him.
Like, okay,
He'd have slid down that hallway. That's how hard I would have punched his ass. Okay?
Now I'm feeling like, okay, this is bad because, they done gave me.
I'm saying, like, if I was a dude, that's what I'm saying. Speaking in those terms. He'd have slid down that hallway.
Came down here and gave me a pair, the only jeans he had on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just gave me some.
Them the only jeans he had on? You mean to tell me those are the only jeans he had on? So he didn't have on no other jeans but those jeans. I don't even believe you.
And I'm like, okay, so what's going on? Like,
I don't believe
we was the first ones there.
I don't believe you, son.
Incident, so I'm like, damn, should I be getting the news first? And then other people just start.
Ain't no way he had on just one pair of jeans.
It was just a whole waiting game, and then they didn't really start answering questions until a lady spoke up, and then people started getting angry. Like, we've been here for 6 hours, and y'all ain't said nothing, and y'all telling people that we coming down here and we gonna talk to y'all. Then they come down there and was like, oh, we don't have any answers for y'all.
They be doing that shit.
Came back down there and said, oh, we waiting on the sheriff department to get more answers, and we like, well, answers from who? Because everybody here was either at this party, and we told y'all whatever we knew, and all we seen was one gunman, and I don't even think everybody seen the gunman, because as soon as he came in there shooting, people took off running. I was the only person that actually got to see the gunman, because I looked dead at him when he started shooting, but he had on all black. What else you want me to tell me? Well, tell you, like, he had on all black, he had a mask, you know what I'm saying, and like...
So it was for no reason?
I can't say he was light-skinned, dark-skinned, had long hair, short hair. I don't even know his name. I barely even knew half of the people. And I know people probably right. Well,
so why was you there?
But like, you ain't gonna know until you was put in a situation where you like, okay, well, maybe not. Like, yeah, I would have rather not have went to the party. My son really didn't want to go. He wanted to go play night hoops. But... we was invited by some family friends, and I don't associate with everybody that was in that party. I was there on the behalf of my baby, my daughter, and my younger kids, because the person who threw the party, her son, played with my son.
Wait.
You know?
He really does. He don't speak well at all. I'm confused. First of all... You was there on behalf of your daughter, your son, and your younger kids. It's 4 children here. Oh, you know what? Never mind. It don't even matter.
Her daughter is the same age or a year older than my little baby girl. They mama, her
the baby girl that's right here. Because you talking about shit like it ain't some children sitting next to you, boy. This a ignorant ass, hood ass nigga. I know her family is so proud that this is the man she chose.
Birthday is the same day as my daughter's. So that's where these connections just started coming in at. Like, whoever else was there, I had no social no social relationship with them or anything like that. The only thing was that they were associated with people that are rapping out of that area, and my son so-called listened to some of their music or knew about them and just wanted to meet somebody. That's just like me wanting to meet the Jacko or Mac Dre or somebody that from my era.
What?
Like that. Like I had no social relationship with them or anything like that. The only thing was that they were associated with people that are rapping out of that area, and my son so-called listened to some of their music or knew about them and just wanted to meet somebody. That's just like me wanting to meet the Jacko or Mac Dre or somebody that from my era.
Who?
Like that. Like
when my team pitched
What?
the idea, I thought it was impossible. A pan that sears like stainless, lasts like cast iron, and doesn't use.
Who the heck is the Jacko and Mac Dre? What era? What? How old is he?
I at one point I was trying to do music and everything, but me as a father, I knew I had to change because of what the rap was turning into, and now that my son is gone,
That's a cute little boy
I don't think
too.
I fully changed enough, because if I should have told him to stay away from him.
He is so handsome.
I should have said, they gonna be there? No, we ain't going to that party. But at the same time, I
No.
was just trying to show a little bit of love back.
Ain't no
for the
same
people that came
time.
and showed my people
Ain't no
love,
same
'cause,
time.
You know, when
Ain't
I
no
was
same
throwing my
time.
baby's
You protect
birthday
your
parties,
family,
like,
period.
I'm like,
That's
well,
all.
we gonna come. We gonna
Ain't
throw a
shit
party. We
sweet
gonna
out
come.
here.
They showed up. They brought gifts.
Shut
They
your
showed
ass
love.
up.
And at the time, like, they was the ones that was only showing love. You know what I'm saying? So
He sounds
I felt like,
stupid.
okay,
Girl.
we gonna show love to their babies.
Girl, this the dude you chose.
And that's the only reason why I was there. I didn't have.
This the dude she chose.
I don't have no. I don't have, man. I ain't got shit to do with my son. Didn't have nothing to do with nothing in that party. And now I feel unsafe. I feel like the weight of the world is deeply, heavenly.
He feel
right
unsafe.
now
What about
because-
your family, nigga? The way the daughter, the way she looked away, the way she looked off. Damn, I feel so sorry for these children. I don't feel sorry for the mama. She chose this corny ass nigga. But the daughter, man, look, the way, when he said he feel unsafe, she the one got to be out here in these streets and go to school and stuff. Wow, the way she looked off when he said he feel unsafe. Wow.
The reason why I was there. I didn't have. I don't have no. I don't have, man, I ain't got shit to do with, my son didn't have nothing to do with nothing in that party. And now I feel unsafe. I feel like the weight of the world is deeply, heavenly crushing me right now, because just by me being a black man in
It's
America,
all about
trying to
him.
even survive out here, to get a good paying job, or to
All
build
about
a,
him.
A small business, to even take care
Wow,
of my family,
you piece of
to pay
shit.
bills and do whatever I gotta do. Just the weight of that,
You
and
bitch
just
ass
being a
nigga.
dad and being able to watch over your kids, even when you gotta go and gotta leave them, like, and for me to be just
Let's shut your
in a
mark ass
situation
up.
like that, and to lose a son, and I want my son to be known. I don't want him to go. He was already known, but I don't want him to die in vain and nobody remember him. And it just, oh, that was just Amari, my 14-year-old son that could have been somebody, is just gone now, because you is out here playing like y'all somebody, and y'all here shooting at babies and like, come on now, like. So that's why I'm here, you know. That's why I'm doing this interview, because I want the world to see and to know about my son. The way he would just look up to me, the way he was looking up to me, and him just growing up, and I would wake him up every day. I go to the gym, and I'm like, Mari, you gotta get ready for football. You gotta come to the gym with me in the morning. He used to be like, nah, Dad, I can't go. I gotta grow. I'm trying to get 6 foot by I get to high school. And I was like, all right, man. But I didn't have the love. I didn't have the parents. I didn't have everything that I gave him. I didn't have a mama and a daddy and a brother and a sister. I didn't have none none of that. I just had me and my mom and my sister, and I had to go through the hard way. And I try to make life
Man,
the
I
way
can't
it's
even. The mama is leaning onto the baby boy, and he just put his head over so she could lean on him, and she is sobbing. Now the older daughter is starting to cry. You can see tears. Her eyes are getting red.
supposed to be for somebody. Oh man, I just love you, son. And like, baby, please, if there is some type of psychedelic way or some type of way that I can see you again and I can hold you, come see me. Come tell me that you are okay. Because I want to know that you went to heaven and you didn't die in vain. Because that's all I wanted was you to just be somebody, but I knew that he was gonna touch the world and he was gonna be somebody, but I didn't know it was gonna happen like this. Mama said it was gonna be days like this, but she never said it was gonna be days like this. Never. In a million years, I would have never thought my baby would go out like this and it was gonna happen and he was gonna get murdered in cold blood at a little kid's birthday party.
No, it wasn't. I'm with the girl in the comment section now.
I have to be strong for
I'm with her now.
I don't know how I'm gonna do
I'm rocking with her now. I get it why she's making these comments now. You knew you shouldn't have took your son there and you shouldn't have been there. He knew he shouldn't have been there. He knew he shouldn't have took his son there. So you didn't think. He just sat there and said himself that he shouldn't have went. He sat there and said himself that he shouldn't have went. He sat there and said himself that he shouldn't have went and he shouldn't have took his son. But he was trying to support, get back. What you say now? What you say now?
Pay my bills month to month. I barely struggle with how I'm going to make it from day to day to day.
You bitch, you ain't by your goddamn self with that shit, nigga.
My baby. It's nothing like him. It was nothing like him, man.
Shit.
When I talk about one of a kind,
Hour to hour, nigga.
That's what he was.
How do you want Amari to be remembered?
Say that like you the only person.
Favorite memories with him. What was Amari like as a kid?
Man, he was just a great kid, man. He was like the golden child.
Shit, some people are a second away from leaving this joint.
He was a good student. He was a good team player. He was athletic.
Stop crying.
He he loved basketball. He loved football. He loved riding bikes. He loved popping wheelies. He loved making his little money off selling his bikes and stuff. He didn't like being yelled at, just like me. He didn't like being scolded. He loved his brother and sister.
Who's scolding you?
He would always, mess with his little brother, but in a sense, like, it was just him, trying to keep him tough. He loved his baby sister. He loved his mama dearly. Like, like, you couldn't ask any more from God to have a son like that. You couldn't ask any more from God to have a baby like that. Were you just like, damn, man? Like, I can't even get mad at you.
Well, you shouldn't have took him to the party, man. You knew you wasn't supposed to take your boy to the party. You wasn't supposed to take your children to that party.
He was always happy. He was just always happy, always smiling. His smile would just light up the sky. Like, man, like...
It's ridiculous.
Oh, my God. He took my baby.
You took your baby.
They took my baby.
You took him to the party. It's raining. It's raining.
To anybody else who lost their kid, but they took my golden boy, man. Like, people knew in this community.
Oh, wow. Did you just say that in front of your other children?
Be somebody. My son was going somewhere. He had it up here.
And he's reached the destination. Now you got other children. They going somewhere too.
I never gave up on my kids. And every time I had a kid, it was a surprise.
Wait.
Like, I never knew, like, oh, month 1, oh, I got a baby coming. It was like 4 months in, boom, 5 months in, you
got a
on the
baby
way.
coming, or we?
So it was just like, I was
Damn, the
surprised
whole
with-
fam sitting right here. The mama sitting right here.
KK, I was surprised with BB. I was surprised with Kamaya. Like, all these were just blessings just coming to me. Like, bam, 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 bam. You know, like,
His little boy looking at him like,
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take care of all
that
these
little
kids.
boy,
I'm
that gonna
just
be
able
something
to
when he
just
get
be
older.
there and be able to just do everything that everybody else is doing and just be the man that I'm supposed to be and take care of my family and get a big house and
They zooming in on the mama.
buy them shoes and clothes
Damn,
whenever they need
don't
it,
she
whatever they
like?
ask for. Like I struggled.
That's your man.
So I did
That's your
whatever
man,
I could
girl.
do. Like I cut hair. I paid houses.
That's the man you
I
chose.
worked on houses. I did whatever. I worked at the school. I did everything to be there to provide for my family. And all I was trying to do was just be there with
He
my
look
family.
like somebody massacred his whole family.
Okay, to have a good time, and for him to just have a family outing. And I didn't go there because of these people were going to be there. I just went there because my wife wanted to go.
He lying.
Asked to bring my baby girl.
He lying. He lying. He just said earlier in the interview that that's why his son went, because he wanted to meet the people. And he said he should have actually not went because he was trying to, you know, get away from, change his ways. I mean, I'm saying it my way, but he acknowledged that he knew it wasn't a good idea to be in that environment. But he trying to support and give back. Bitch, if you can't hardly pay your bills, what the fuck is you giving back? Jack? But putting your family in a dangerous situation. Child, this is all crazy.
Baby's party. So we wanted our babies to be together. I didn't know all these other people was going to be there and be doing all this crazy mess. So, like,
Yes, you
I
did.
ain't gonna never let us down, and I don't feel safe.
That
My
was
kids
a
don't feel
handsome
safe.
ass
My wife
little
don't
boy.
feel safe. The hardest thing was, like, okay, it's bullets flying.
Hold on, wait, hold
Which baby do I go for? What don't feel safe? My wife don't feel safe. The hardest thing was, like, okay, bullets flying. Which baby do I go for? Which one do I go for? Then people running everywhere. I'm like, oh, now I done lost sight of him. I'm like, damn, I gotta find. She was the first one that I seen, so I grabbed her. Then he was the second one, but it was too late. So I don't know. Maybe I should have just went for him
I
first.
wish he
Maybe
shut
I should
up.
have just knowing that I heard the gunshots. I should have just ran to him first.
Hold on.
You're still purchasing your lenses from your optometrist?
What are you doing? Come on.
Walk with me to the glory that is 1-800
I know that
contacts.
girl parents is watching this like,
Oh my God. I just don't want to ever experience nothing like that again. I can't even sleep.
this
I
whole
can't eat.
interview
I
is
ain't
about
slept in
him.
3 days. I ain't ate really nothing in 3
Can't
days.
sleep,
Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to go on. My mental health, I work at the schools. I can't even be around kids no more, like high school kids that are ignorant, that's trying to be like, I can't be in a setting like that no more. So how am I gonna provide for my family if I can't even do my job?
Bro,
Because of all this.
bro, motherfuckers do it somehow every day.
Oh, man, this
Barely.
don't even make no sense, man. It really don't. My baby
So
ain't
quit
coming
trying to
home.
make excuses. All you
Ever
already
again.
making excuses.
Ever
Don't
again.
You a whole man. You gonna have to make a shake. You gonna have to make a shake, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
It's like I want to die just so I can be with my son. I don't want to live no more just so I can be there with him, so I can hold him. It's just so painful for me to just see my son there dying.
Look at his children looking at him like,
And not only, like, I'm trying to save him and them.
is he gonna
I
stop?
don't know if anybody has ever experienced anything like that.
What you
It's
mean?
horrific. Like, I thought
All the time.
horror movies were scary.
This shit happens every day.
Horror movies are not scary. What's horrifying is seeing your kids and seeing bullets flying everywhere and you trying to save them. there's always gonna be a void in my
Yeah,
heart
like
now,
you the
and
only
all my
one
family,
that ever been through this.
all my kids, my daughter, she got hit. I could have lost her, you know, and
Oh, damn.
it's gonna change her for
We
life.
just not finding
My
out the
son-
daughter got hit. The daughter, she got hit with a bullet. Look at her, poor thing, child. I'm glad we found out at the end of the interview that you got hit with a bullet too. There's no, I mean, we don't know what that experience was like for her. Where she was hit, what the condition was like, how serious it was, what's going on in her mind, how she feel about the whole thing. The other brother, what's going on in him, what he think about it, what did he understand about where his brother is. We don't know none of that. All we hear is the daddy running his damn ragged ass mouth the whole time.
It's gonna change him for life. Him and Amari share the same room. He can't even sleep in the same room no more. You know what I'm saying? They having nightmares. My wife, how you think she feel? That's her baby.
What would you want to say to Amari?
I would tell you like what I would tell him every day, son. I love you, baby boy. I love you with all my heart, and I wish I would have been able to take that bullet for you, or I wish I would have been able to save you.
Man, you can't take no bullet.
From all this happening to you, and I tried to do what I can.
Can't take no damn
Daddy
bullet.
is sorry, and
Shut
Daddy
your
love
ass
you,
up.
Daddy missed you. Daddy ain't gonna never be right without you.
Yeah, no, I believe you too.
Daddy ain't gonna never be right without you.
I believe you. We know. We believe you,
That boy
man.
changed me. He made me into the man. He changed me into
No,
the
that's a
man.
lie now. You ain't no
Just come
goddamn
see
man.
me. Just come help me. Just put your hands on me. Just come soothe my soul, so I can at least get some rest, so I can keep fighting, so I can keep fighting for your brothers and sisters, baby.
What you fighting?
And I'm sorry. Daddy is sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
for
you
the rest
are.
of my life.
Yes, that is
I'm
true.
saying for the rest of my
That
life.
is so
Every day
true.
I wake up, every day I go to sleep, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Keep
I'm
saying
sorry.
it. Keep saying it. Don't ever stop.
I'm so sorry.
Don't ever stop. Please don't stop the music, music, music.
You know what I'm saying? It's that situation.
Please don't stop the
We are living in a war zone.
music.
It's not as easy as these people are making us think that they just got some criminal ass black kids with guns. It is not like that. We live in hell. We live in the gutter. We got us stacked up 80 deep in one building. You know, by the time you get out your house, you strapped to protect yourself. Because you living in the same community that the police is carrying rifles and riot gear. Same, they need them riot, excuse my language, I'm so sorry. The same reasons they need the riot hat, the riot jacket, the flak jacket, the double vest, the 9mm Glocks with extra bullets, the tear gas, the mace, all that. Who do you think the police is using that against? Dogs? So we fighting the same villains that they fight in the street. But instead of them seeing us fighting villains in the street, we all villains.
Is your generation the one that is picking up for where the Panthers left off, saying, all right, enough is enough? The generation before us forgot about the fight. We're picking it back up.
Not only forgot about the fight, forgot about us. Yes, and we're picking it back up. But at this level, all we're trying to do is unite. And right now, as a year, we got 1 million people that's listening. Now we can tell them something. Now we can try to get them that way, and we might lose some. We might gain some, but we would never even had that audience had we not said what was real. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing for us to remember is that this want me to be, or if I should make them hate me so they can stop. You know, like say something mean so they can just stop. But I'm just like caught in the middle of it because you can't. I mean, no one can do that. Police can't do that. They can't stand in front of all those people and control them with a gun and mace and all that. So me with just words, it's like a battle to find the right words to say at the right time.
I'm curious, when you think about the idea that you do have that kind of control over so many people, in one sense, the whole idea of being a role model comes up in the imagery. And a lot of people who know you, and I talked to them beforehand, suggested that, hey, you know, when you meet him, he's going to be something entirely different than you imagine and what the media is portraying him. What about that idea that you have been portrayed? And sometimes, I mean, to be honest, you like the portrayal of you just hard, thug.
That's right.
Don't step on me.
That's right.
You're in trouble.
That's right.
Yet there's another side to you, too. What about that idea that you've got to be able to figure out where you're going?
To me, it's like it is my sensitive side that that likes to blow up the hard side, because if my image or my reputation could stop a confrontation before it happens, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is day to day. It's a constant man ego check going on in this street, in this world. So part of that is just like, you know, that's my
Understanding neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming neural connections, is crucial for learning new information and skills. Absorbing new information. The science of learning involves how brain processes and retains new insights, which leaves a physical imprint in your brain.
But I don't feel like that's my job, to humble myself to show you that I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat. Unless you're a threat to me.
Interdisciplinary
You know what I'm saying?
approach.
So when people say, when you meet Pac, he's different than he is, because when somebody
thermodynamics.
one-on-one, I believe, honestly, that I can talk. I believe that I have the ability to reason, I have logic, I have compassion, I have understanding. If we talk, there's no problems. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what happens. People use what they heard in the media, and that's how they come at me. And then, you know, we got a clash.
One of the things that you read in the media is that you're angry, that you personify your generation, that you just got some angry folks out there, and you're one of them. I'll put it to you. Are you angry? Are you angry with what you see society is about?
Yeah. I'm
See, a lot of people tell me Tupac is, for the most part, a nice guy. This old thug thing, hype. Good for record sales. Helps him identify with the young people who are out there and who would maybe label him a sellout, like they did Hammer, if he didn't have that hard side. What about that?
First of all, nobody could call me a sellout. I'm not going for that. I'm not even in that. I'm not looking for approval from the black community, because we don't give approval. You know, we don't really do nothing but exist. So it's not like black people could tell me you a sellout or you true blue. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. I'm not even.
I'm play devil's advocate again. Critics say, yeah, but you're being pimped. You're being pimped by the record executives who will allow you to do your thug life because it portrays a certain black. I mean, you've heard it, that if you were just a singer, you wouldn't have the same record contracts you have.
Right.
But because you portray the thug life, the gangster rap, they've allowed you to make that money. They've allowed you to push and make you platinum.
I beg to differ. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting pimped. That's true. But just like how a woman would be, you know what I'm saying? Anybody would be pimped. You know, it's like, it's not that you get pimped. It's how long you get pimped. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really look at this situation, it is not I who's being pimped. When you look at the white kids with Raiders hats on, it's the white folks getting pimped. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm making their future. I'm writing down their curriculum. Right now, what I write in my album today, when it comes out in 2 months, that's what white kids is doing. So who really is getting pimped? I'm cheering because you think I'm cute. You know what I'm saying? Screw that. Cheer for what I'm doing, for what I stand for. And when I go to gym, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm standing up for what I do. I'm not robbing nobody, not stealing from nobody. I never took nothing. Everything I do to represent my people. I do because I think that's what they want me to do. We killing each other because we killing ourselves. We're not. When another man, I know I've been in a position. It's not about control. It's not like he wants to kill. He just doesn't want to die. You know what I'm saying? It's that situation when you got we are living in a war zone. It's not as easy as these people are making us think, that they just got some criminal ass
If I can figure
black
out,
kids
if
with
I can
guns.
remember.
It's not like that. We live in hell. We live in the gutter. We got us stacked up 80 deep in one building. You know, by the time you get out your house, you strapped to protect yourself. Because you living in the same community that the police is carrying rifles, riot gear. They need them riot. Excuse my language. I'm so sorry. The same reasons they need the riot hat, the riot jacket, the flak jacket, the double vest, the 9mm Glocks with extra bullets, the tear gas, the mace, all that. Who do you think the police is using that against? Dogs?
Tab groups? No.
So we fighting the same villains that they fight in the street. But instead of them seeing us fighting villains in the street, we all villains.
Is your generation the one that is picking up for where the Panthers left off, saying, all right, enough is enough? The generation before us forgot about the fight. We're picking it back up.
Not only forgot about the fight, forgot about us. Yes. And we're picking it back up. But at this level, all we're trying to do is unite. And right now, as a year, we got 1 million people that's listening. Now we can tell them something. Now we can try to get them that way, and we might lose some. We might gain some, but we would never even have that audience had we not said what was real. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing for us to remember is that the same crime element that white people are scared of, black people are scared of. The same crime element that white people fear, we fear. So we defend ourselves from the same crime element that they scared of. You know what I'm saying? While they waiting for legislation to pass.
What's
and
the
everything,
punch card?
we
I
next
don't
door
see
to the
it.
killer. We next door to him, you know, because
Oh,
we up
here
in
it is.
projects where it's 80 in the building. All them killers that they letting out, they right there in that building.
Erase become
But it's better because we black, we get along with the killers or something. We get along with the rapists because we black and we from the same hood. What is that? We need protection too.
Finally, I want to ask you about something that someone else asked you in the interview, and I thought the answer was interesting because I think it speaks to you and your generation a lot. Someone said, where do you see Tupac 10 years from now? You said, hey, I just want to be alive. That's real for you.
That's so
Keep
real.
me
I made a metamorphosis. I'm a new person today. Because I used to strongly and honestly, I feel like I could represent my generation so much because I honestly did not care whether I lived or died.
So,
But now, I cannot die.
what am I supposed to be
Thinking I'm a
doing?
rapist or a criminal. I can't leave until this shit's straight. You know, I'm not suicidal. I can't go until y'all really know what time it is. And then after that, boom, it's all over. And we can see, you know, how this shit fall. But that's how it is. And the reason being is because if I can't live free, if I can't live with the same respect as the next man, I don't want to be here. Because God has cursed me to see what life should be like. If God wanted me to be this person and be happy, element that white people are scared of, black people
I've never heard this interview before, but this
the
still
same
sound like
crime element
same
that white
shit that
people
I be
fear,
fucking
we
saying.
fear. So we defend ourselves from the same crime element that they scared of. You know what I'm saying? While they waiting for legislation to pass and everything, we next door to the killer. We next door to him, you know, because we up in the projects where it's 80 in the building. All them killers that they letting out, they right there in that building. But it's better, just because we black, we get along with the killers or something. We get along with the rapists because we black and we from the same hood. What is that?
Oh,
we need protection too.
Finally, I want to ask you about something that someone else asked you in the interview, and I thought the answer was interesting because I think it speaks to you and your generation a lot. Someone said, where do you
Okay,
see
so I
Tupac
have to
10 years
create
from
a what
now? You
now?
said, hey, I just want to be alive. That's real for you.
That's so real. I made a metamorphosis. I'm a new person today because I used to.
Oh, the battery about to die. Shoot.
Honestly, I feel like I could represent my generation so much because I honestly did not care whether I lived or died. But now I cannot die with people thinking I'm a rapist or a criminal. I can't leave until this shit's straight. You know, I'm not suicidal. I can't go until y'all really know what time it is. And then after that, boom, it's all over. And we can see, you know,
Come on,
how
light
this
up,
fall.
light
But
up.
that's how it is. And the reason being is because if I can't live free, if I can't live with the same respect as the next man, I don't want to be here. Because God has cursed me to see what life should be like. If God wanted me to be this person and be happy here, he wouldn't let me feel so oppressed. He wouldn't let me feel so trampled on. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't let me think the things I think. So I feel like I'm doing God's
There you
work.
go. Charge it up,
You know what
baby.
I'm
Charge
saying?
it
Because I
up.
don't have nothing
Come
to
on.
pass around for people to put money in the bucket don't mean I ain't doing
Play
God's
me.
work. I feel like I'm doing God's work. You know what I'm saying? Because these ghetto kids ain't God's children. And I don't see no missionaries coming through there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing God's work. While Reverend Jackson do his up in the middle class, and he go to the White House and have dinner and pray over the president, I'm up in the hood, you know what I'm saying, doing my work with
Okay,
my
so
folks.
I
And
have
just
to
because I don't live there don't mean I don't go there.
create.
I got to go there because I can't hang.
Blah, 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 blah. That's not what I was getting to watch.
Hi, I'm Abby Kearse, and welcome to Two.
You think you know David's story. A boy who became a legend.
Was a major clue just revealed in connection with the mysterious death and disposal of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, the teenager whose body was allegedly found in singer David's car? Turns out the private investigator
Oh my gosh, I'm be fighting to stay all goddamn day because of this rain. This some BS. I'm about to go jump on a rebounder for a second.
Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, real quick before we jump into this, got to tell you it's open enrollment season again. Yeah, this is where you compare the exploitative premiums, the fine print of health insurance. It is chaos. It is awful. The good news is we got a great sponsor to help us out.
What was I
Crowd
working
Health is
on?
different. You know why? Its members
working
fund
on-
each
let me
other's
close
bills
that
directly.
out,
If
close
something
that
big happens,
out.
you pay the first $500 and the crowd
Close
funds the
that
rest.
out.
They have a track record of
Close
handling
that
major
out.
events, including bills over $1 million, obviously giving you confidence. Plus, you get access to low-cost
close
prescriptions, testing, high-quality doctors, and with the ACA subsidies expiring, premiums are going to skyrocket. So far, members have saved over $40 million. So this open enrollment, take your power back. Join Crowd Health to get started today for $99 for your first 3 months. Use code SIDEBAR at joincrowdhealth.com. Crowd Health is not insurance. You can opt out, but this is how we win. Join crowdhealth.com. All right, we got this David update that we got to talk about, and it may
I should
give
do
us
I
some
should
sort of
do a
insight
review
into
on
what
this laptop. This
happened to
laptop is
14-year-old
bound by
Celeste
Z.
Rivas-Hernandez, who, as you
And
know,
Pro
her
Home
body
is
was
bound
found in a
too.
Tesla that was allegedly registered to singer David back
Honestly.
in September out in LA. There have been no arrests, there have been no charges filed. There has been reporting, particularly from
really do a
TMZ, that
review.
possibly an investigative grand jury out in LA may be hearing evidence. We did previous sidebars on that. You can check it all out. But one underlying question that we don't have the answer to, and from a forensic point of view, perhaps is a complicating factor, is what happened to Celeste? How did she die? What was the true state of her body? How was she moved? Which is why the update that I'm about to get into is so interesting. I want to talk about complicated.
Is that
You know what
what
else is
is that
complicated?
what no.
The fact that the cause and manner of death
So
hasn't
that's the
been
same
released,
thing. Why
and
would
that the
it be
details
twice?
from the medical examiner's office have been sealed by court order. You know, according to a
So-
release from the medical examiner's office, it said at
You up here
10:54
taking
a.m.
up
on
space,
Friday,
bro. Why
November
you up here
21st,
twice?
the County of Los Angeles Department of Medical Examiner received a court order initiated by the Los Angeles Police Department to place a security hold on medical examiner case number 2025
So we need this in a
14252
different
Celeste
folder.
Rivas-Hernandez. No records or details associated with the case, including the cause
We need
and
this
manner of death and medical examiner report,
under-
can be released or posted on the website until further notice. And then you have the Robbery Homicide Division that released a statement not only addressing this, but also addressing the media reporting that Celeste was decapitated and that her body was either entirely or partially frozen. Now, this is based primarily on reporting from TMZ. They had a statement that said, Robbery Homicide Division statement on Celeste Rivas investigation, Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Police Department is aware of the recent stories posted by various media outlets about the David Celeste Rivas investigation and would like to dispel some misinformation contained in their reporting. The body of Celeste Rivas was not frozen when it was discovered on September 8th, 2025. She had not been decapitated. As far as the court order, the LAPD sought to seal the records of the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's investigation into Celeste Rivas' death. That order
Okay,
was
maybe
sought
I'll
only to
make
ensure
some
detectives from
coffee.
Robbery Homicide Division learned of important
'Cause-
information surrounding her death
Ugh.
before the media and the
I'm
public.
gonna go about
The
30
order
more
was
minutes,
not
then
sought
I'm gonna
to
do a
undermine
workout.
transparency.
Cause
Okay. Now we got to
I
talk
don't know
about
if
this
I'm
update.
gonna be able to.
And this update concerns
Stay
Steve
up,
Fisher.
Kane.
We've had him on the program before. Steve is the
Don't
private
fall
investigator
asleep.
who is hired by the
Okay,
owner
so
of the
this
property
assignment
where David had
says
reportedly been staying in
that
the
I
Hollywood
need
Hills. That
to-
property was apparently near the Tesla. That property, by the way, was searced by authorities.
Wait, what?
Now, Steve has come
Look it
out
up fast
and
so
made
the
some
speed limit
comments
for this
about
is
his
not
investigation,
approach
including
the
things
start
like
of
this.
But I will say this: there are some things that, and I'm talking physical evidence that was at that house that is. There could have been greater plans as far as getting rid of her.
I
And
don't
Mm-hmm.
know. My brain is running out
scary
slow
sadistic
today.
stuff, and that's why we're trying to learn more about that. I wish I could say more about Robin's as I can, but it doesn't have to do with how she died, but maybe how they were planning on ultimately getting rid of her, and how maybe that Tesla was just a holding spot at the time, and things just their timing was
Of course
Mm-hmm.
it
just off
was.
as far as getting this done. But there's a few things that
If they hadn't
were just
figured it
like,
out, they would have
will blow your
gotten
mind.
rid of her
And
already.
he was recently discussed on another episode of Sidebar where he made a post on X seemingly fighting back about potentially being held in contempt of court
Okay,
for
so-
allegedly talking about or discussing a case that he had seemingly testified about. He really fought back against that allegation as well. And we assume this was about the Celeste Rivas Hernandez case. Not definitively confirmed, but when you read between the lines of his message, it seemed to be that. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. But now, given what he has said about his findings, this is what we need to talk about. He just posted this on X. Quote, although my words have been misquoted by some, what I actually said about certain items found at the Doheny address was that they were, quote, items you would expect to find on a farm rather than in a home in the Hollywood Hills. One of those items was a burn cage incinerator, advertised to burn at 1,600 degrees. Human cremations are typically performed at approximately 1,400 degrees.
It shouldn't be legal for people to just have one of those.
And serves
I mean,
no legitimate purpose at a residential property in the Hollywood Hills. Some will argue that this item was
out in the
intended
country, we
as a
burn our
prop
trash.
for a video. If that were the case,
But if you got a
it
burn
raises
cage,
several
we'll burn
obvious
your
questions.
ass.
Why would a 55-pound bird cage be delivered to a
Come out here
private
and
residence instead of directly to a
come
prop
have a
design
drink. Your
or
ass gonna
production
come out
house?
missing on
Why
it.
would it be ordered before
If I need you
departing an
gone.
extended world tour? And why was it never used in any video production? It is also important to note that there were additional items present that could be used in conjunction with the burn cage. To be very clear, this burn cage was not used. It was still new and in the box. However, given that Celeste Rivas Hernandez's remains were ultimately found in the Tesla trunk,
So maybe they intended on using it to burn her.
associated with that vehicle necessarily
They just
raises questions about intent.
needed
The
aware.
burn cage was not taken during the search warrant, and because it was not used, it appears it's not of importance to any possible criminal investigation.
I think it's
But we
important.
think it's important context, even if not criminal. The burn cage and other related items were delivered to the residents under a false name.
I think they
although
intended
the
on
deliveries
using
were
it.
accepted at the property. Attached is a photograph of the actual burn cage incinerator as found at the residence, along with an image from Dr.
Intended on
Burns'
her ass never
advertising
being
materials
found.
for the product. Hashtag Celeste Rivas Hernandez, hashtag David. And he does include those photos, by the way. What do we make of this? Let me bring on Matt Irvine to talk about this, retired detective, law enforcement instructor. Matt, so good to have you here. Quite the statement from Steve Fisher, making it public. Your thoughts if this is true?
Well, I think Steve Fisher's remarks are very well considered. I cannot think of a legitimate, innocent reason why a burn cage would be received at a private residence, why it would be ordered under a false name. I also, frankly,
Let's
can't
actually just start
understand.
there. Keep your thought.
Okay.
The only thing I would say is about a false name, you know, if he's a celebrity, he doesn't want people knowing that he's staying there. Thoughts?
Fair enough, but if he's got a bunch of people that he's working with because he intends to use this as part of a concert tour, as part of a video, he's got a whole staff of people that can order something for him. I don't understand why he would need to do it under an assumed name. But your point is well taken. That could be an innocent explanation. But again, to Steve's points, if that is indeed the intent for
I wouldn't use my
this
staff's
item,
real name
why is
either.
it delivered to a private
Unless-
residence? Why is it not with him on tour? Why is it not taken to some location to be used for some kind of a video? That said, I also can't think of a good reason why LAPD didn't seize this item. I mean, if you're conducting an investigation into a body
They on that BS.
found in the
That
trunk of
under
a
this
car,
case
one of your working theories has
probably
got
ain't
to
even
be
real.
that this body was placed there in order to
Probably
move
not
it from the scene where the death occurred and then transport it to some
probably
third
not
location to
real.
conceal it or dispose of it. And if you're looking at the possibility that somebody is trying to dispose of a body,
Yeah.
and you search the residence of a person of interest in that case and you find what is essentially a home crematorium, why don't you take that? I know that when you're serving a search warrant, you can only seize the things that the court authorized
And I know
you to seize,
exactly-
and you told the court you expected to find there. I'm sure nobody expected to find this
I know
item.
exactly what those look like because I just had my father cremated. And they have them out in the back. They're just outside. And the guy and the woman were walking back and forth. And they were putting bodies in there. And me being the curious one that I was, So I was asking questions about it, and that was the first time that I've seen them just, being of that size and just sitting out there like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a big old thing and take up a lot of space. I wonder, I'm not even going to get in and looking it up or nothing. I got way too much to do, but. So, Tyson and Mayweather is really going to fight? Tyson, good, please. I mean, get your bread, but. After that BS that we saw, I don't even have the energy to even discuss this. I really, really don't. But after that BS we saw, Tyson, you don't even have the energy to fight him. He looked like he was at a Diddy party. He looked like he had something, like Diddy passed him a drink or something. Mayweather, I get it. Mayweather's past his prime, but he ain't that past his prime. Mayweather came after Tyson. This is just dumb. Who's paying for this? And there's no rivalry there, so it's not even nothing to hype it. I thought this was a joke. Tyson, we don't want to see you in the ring again, sir. I'm still mad at Tyson. Tyson, I don't fuck with you. Okay, and that's my bad boy of boxing. I know good and hell well this machine is not spitting out cookies. I know good and hell well this machine is not spitting out no cookies. Like a printer. Like a doggone a baker bot. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Come on, don't sidetrack me like that. Don't sidetrack me like that. I got work to do. But I want to see if this is a real thing. Whoa. Okay, then I forgot to press play.
Figure out what to do next with the body. They panicked. Or it was deliberately left there to cast suspicion on David, right? We thought that could have been a possibility.
See, now I just want some snacks. I want some cookies. I want some chips. So I can just sit here. I can do my work.
That is like really,
and just get my snack on really and a burger.
Work.
You know what I mean?
Purchasing an item.
Who trying to bring me that?
For potentially the disposal of a body. And that's the allegation, or one of the allegations. We don't know for sure.
I need some
burger. But if they were taking that as true, that is like really bad planning on a number of different levels.
Well,
and
I
iced coffee,
would expect
caramel iced
that
coffee.
However Celeste died was not something that was very well planned or thought through, and I would expect that if you've got a bunch of people who don't have significant sophisticated criminal histories and they're confronted with a dead body under whatever circumstance, panic would be a pretty likely reaction. And despite all the stuff we see in TV and movies, most people that commit crimes aren't terribly sophisticated. These are not Ocean's 11 type master criminal kinds of enterprises. These are people that get in situations where they are way over their head. Things happen that they did not intend, and they get out of control and they panic. And a lot of the kind of circumstances of this case seem to suggest that.
And if it is true that that burn cage was not used, that it was left in the packaging, if someone had purchased that for the purpose of, let's say, of disposing of Celeste's body, it gives you kind of an insight into someone's mentality and what they're capable of doing, which also makes me wonder, was this the first attempt to dispose of her body? If someone would be willing to incinerate her body, and we don't have definitive evidence of that, I mean, we're just taking this report from Steve Fisher for a minute, we're assuming it. Does it not give you indication about what the state of Celeste's body may have been like? And again, what's complicated is we don't know the cause and manner of death. We don't know more details, particularly about her body. But am I off to say, if someone has the will to do that, would this have been their first attempt to dispose of a body? Does it give you an indication of what else may have happened to Celeste's body?
Well, you raise a couple of questions. I mean, everything about the circumstances of the discovery of poor Celeste's body suggests something that was not terribly well planned and an act that was not complete. In terms of the burn cage, it's hard to know when in the course of all of this item was purchased. Was this the first plan to dispose of her body, and for some reason, a plan B was hatched that involved putting it in the trunk of the car? Was there somebody that was supposed to remove the body from the trunk and place it in the burn cage, and for one reason or another, either failed to do that or decided not to do that? I mean, there's
They
a
didn't
lot
have time. They didn't have the guts.
I think the big takeaway is that one or more people, probably inexperienced in criminal activity,
Do enough research yet?
Panicked.
They were gonna do it when they came back from the.
One or more schemes, none of which ultimately were taken to their completion.
But what is complicating, I mentioned before, is you have this seal on the medical examiner records.
I think they
Your
intended on
experience, I don't know
carrying
if you and I
doing
had an
it,
opportunity
but
to talk about this whatever's
she
going
got
on
discovered
between Henry's
first.
office and the LAPD is interesting, to say the least.
It is interesting and it is unusual. The LA coroner's office works with 40 plus agencies in the greater LA County area, but it works very, very closely with LAPD and particularly with robbery homicide. And, defense attorneys often complain that homicide detectives and the coroner work too closely together. I've attended autopsies where I'm standing with the medical examiner and we're looking at the evidence and we're talking about what we think may have happened. And when people are acting in good faith, that leads to good information and good investigations, but it's very hand in glove. And that's not true in every jurisdiction, but it's very true in LA. And it's particularly true for the truly expert and experienced people in LAPD robbery homicide. So for them to be issuing contradictory statements, or for the LA coroner's office to say, we wish we could tell you, but we can't, and then LAPD coming out and saying what's being leaked, possibly from the coroner's office, is not true. I have never seen that before. These are people that work very, very closely together on very sensitive cases, and there's usually a lot of trust and a lot of cooperation.
Yeah, and the chief medical examiner released a statement at the time saying the department's mission is to have full transparency with the community by providing information about our cases to empower people to make changes that save lives. Since becoming the department head, I've worked on eradicating the practice of placing security holds on medical examiner cases simply by law enforcement request. The practice of security holds is virtually unheard of in other counties and has not been proven to improve outcomes in the legal system. We are dedicated to serving our community with full transparency. However, the law precludes us from doing so while the court order remains in this case. Look, I get the position of LAPD. They don't want to compromise an ongoing investigation. They want to be careful about what information's out there. Two questions I have for you is, one, do you think the medical examiner's office definitively knows the cause and manner of death for Celeste? And B, what is LAPD's greatest concern about information coming out?
So there's a lot about this that is very confusing and unusual to me. First of all, I would say it is very likely the
LA haven't been open in a couple of months, but Mama's back now, baby. Mama's back. Yeah.
I can't imagine a test or a procedure that would not have been performed by now and for which the results would not have returned. So I don't know what they know. I'm afraid, or I expect, that they know all that they're going to. LAPD's greatest concern, obviously, is about information getting out that
that's
could
why I never got
damage
a
the
response. It
investigation,
was
particularly at this
the
point where
wrong
nobody's been
email
arrested or
account.
charged.
Okay, gotcha.
That said, it's also strange to me that if their concern is protection of information, and the integrity of their investigation, that there would be, as has been reported, an investigative grand jury being held right now. Because when you bring people into an investigative grand jury and ask them questions, they then exit
you don't need that. I was
questioning
clear. I was
and
clear.
consult with their
Stop
attorney.
playing. I was clear.
And now you've got two people that at least have some insight into what the investigation is about. And if you've got multiple people being brought before a grand jury, there's often going to be a common defense agreement among them where all of the persons who are questioned and all of their attorneys are all talking to each other. So at least among the people who could potentially be charged or called as witnesses in this case, there's a lot of information potentially leaking out just by virtue of the grand jury process.
I've been told that one of the advantages of an investigative grand jury here, other than, you know, presenting evidence and issuing subpoenas and gathering more evidence, and by the way, my understanding is this is the grand jury that wouldn't even be able to issue a formal indictment. You would need to bring it to another grand jury. But one of the advantages is you can lock in witnesses' testimony. And for a future case, hit them with it. Say, this is what you testified to in the grand jury. This is what you said. We're locking in your testimony as a future witness in a case, particularly when it's complicated, particularly when it's high profile. And there was reporting from TMZ about who may or may, who may be appearing at that courthouse, which can complicate it as well. But you tell me what you think the advantage would be.
So the advantage to an investigative grand jury is that they can compel the production of evidence, be it physical evidence, documents, records, or testimony. And that, as you said, can lock people into statements. It may be accompanied by immunity agreements and proffers where people are being cooperated. You know, we've talked before about there possibly being a kind of sliding scale of culpability here where they want to roll less culpable people on the more culpable people. This grand jury is certainly a way to do that. Often, though, in a typical criminal investigation, these locking people into statements and gathering evidence is done by the police. They're interviewing people, they're serving search warrants, and they're getting this information that way. So obviously they can't compel people under oath, but they're usually pretty good at getting people to talk. And so the fact that there is, at least as reported, an investigative grand jury suggests that there is evidence, be it documentary or testimonial, that the DA needs that the police have been unable to obtain.
And by the way, just so we're clear, if there is an issue, if an indictment is ultimately handed down and there's an arrest, are we the public, the Celeste family, going to know every detail immediately? Are we all going to understand what happened to Celeste if and when that day comes?
It really depends on how the DA's office decides to issue the indictment. An indictment can be a very, very brief document.
No, because I'm not scanning. You gonna still want me to put my YubiKey in, so stop
sometimes
playing.
called a speaking indictment, which is more
You
common
want
on
to
the
do the
federal
other?
side, where they really lay out a lot of the evidence in the indictment
Get on my
document.
nerves.
However, once somebody is indicted,
ASAP,
Before we get to the
ASAP.
shocking case, did you know there's a reason Law and Crime is the go-to spot for true crime content? Just like the sheriff's office says during that initial phone call, she told him that she was in Evansville, Indiana, visiting her dad. During the visit, she said she was going to do some deliveries too. Courtney allegedly owned up to using pepper spray, but she claimed it wasn't to pepper spray the food. Instead, it was used to spray a spider she saw while making the delivery. She explained to detectives she was terrified of spiders, but it doesn't seem investigators were buying that story. According to the Vanderburgh County Sheriff's Office, the overnight low temperature in their area is around 35 degrees. Outdoor spiders reportedly are not active and wouldn't be capable of crawling on exposed surfaces in that type of weather. So it seemed detectives wanted to talk to Courtney more. An interview was already on the calendar.
evil.
However, she called the sheriff's office back, reportedly telling them she wasn't going to come in after all. So next came the arrest warrant. Now it's December 12, 2025. It's a little after 10:30 in the morning, and ironically, this time someone's at Courtney's door.
How you doing? Get down to the sheriff's office. How you doing? Are you Courtney?
I am.
Hey, I need to talk to you real quick. Okay, come out here for me.
Okay.
Give you your ID on you by chance.
I do.
Anybody else here with you, Courtney?
No.
Just here by yourself? Okay. Do you have anything to do while we're here?
Probably the thing out of India.
They all suck. Monday, total opposite. It didn't just work, it spread. And people became Monday evangelists. And you know why? Because people actually liked using it. It's not a chore. It's intuitive. You don't have to force anyone. Their own work. You can really see that Monday care about their user. The user is king. You can workflows yourselves. No IT, no admins. That's why we love it. There's no roadblocks. Everything can just be done instantly. We have people creating workflows and showing them off around the company. They take pride in it. I know this sounds like a commercial, but honestly, I never expected it to have this much influence.
I hate this little ugly, short, beady-eyed, egghead ass motherfucker. Bro. Fucking hate your ass, nigga. Don't you fall now. Don't you fall. Don't you fall. Don't you fall. Hey, this nigga. Fuck my shit all the way up. Every spell that is a spell. Little bitchy, what is bitchy, motherfucker, little bitchy, that is bitchy. Don't nobody want you, ass bastard. It'll never happen, ass bastard. Never in a million years, ass bastard.
So if you want to step in there, we'll step in there with you. Is that okay? No dogs or nothing like that? Nobody's in here, correct? Okay.
Yeah, my mom and stepdad will be home eventually.
Yeah. You're fine, dude.
So how long does the process take for me to come get me a tape there?
Today's Friday. You probably have your first court appearance on Monday here in McCracken. At that point, you can choose if you wait extra so you fight it, and then they have up to like 70 days to come get you, which will be in Vanderbilt County, and it's only a 2-hour drive, so I'm sure they'll probably come get you pretty quick. Does that make sense? You want to bring a jacket? It's hot in the car, you're gonna go right to the jail. So I would suggest not. So you got shoes on?
I do.
Alright.
I have money right there in that purse. Am I able to grab some to get booked with so that I can make phone calls?
Where's it at?
It's in that purse right there.
Then go over and step that way, and I'll watch you grab through it, or I'll grab it. If you don't mind getting the purse for you, just make sure there's no weapons around that, okay?
It's on the side of the
Where?
this.
The money's in this little pouch? You want all of it to go with you?
No, just like the 20 is right here.
It's right here?
Yeah.
Here, I'll let you pick however much you want. If you would take it all with you, that's fine.
I don't want to book all of it in just in case.
You want to leave it out like that, or you want to put it back in the purse? Okay, we'll go here. You can go out there. You need to lock up?
Probably.
You have a key, or are you just gonna lock it?
They have a key.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Next in a minute.
Too busy to be sick. That's why Peachtree Immediate Care is here for you from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. So whether it's a nasty cough that won't go away, a painful sore throat, or an unexpected injury, there are Peachtree Immediate Care Centers right here in Johns Creek and Cumming.
triangle right there, the back half. Just hang out for me. Can you confirm that extra help? Is that what he's here? Or just got a response, they were shut. Just right over here, yeah, church walk past the Hey. I don't know. Cassie phone. Alrighty, they want you, okay? So go ahead, and we'll go over. Stay right there, don't walk around the phone, right, okay? No, you can make a phone call to get to jail, okay? Put your Xbox back for me.
No.
You're under arrest, okay?
Bring anything close.
All this is a metal detector, okay? My boss will use it. Make sure you have nothing on you, okay? No metal, no guns, no knives, nothing. Alright. Come over here for me. You have a seat back there. Do what? Yeah. Okay, still 10 feet back home. Good. 12014 being route to gas paperwork.
Courtney Stevenson was charged with 2 counts of battery resulting in moderate injury, a level 6 felony, and 2 counts of consumer product tampering, a level 5 felony. The Vanderburgh County Sheriff Noah Robinson said in a statement, residents should be able to trust that the food they order for their families is safe. When someone violates that trust and endangers others, we will respond with urgency and we will pursue charges. I want to commend our detectives and also thank the McCracken County Sheriff's Office and Vanderburgh County Prosecutor's Office for their assistance in making this arrest. Now this kind of makes you think, if Mark Cardin didn't come forward with what happened to him and his wife, Courtney might have just flown under the radar. In a video posted a day before she was arrested, Mark thanked those who shared his story.
Hey everybody, it's Mark. So here's my update. So I just got done seeing my primary care doctor, and he agrees that whatever cold or respiratory situation I had going on beforehand has now been exacerbated by the pepper spray incident with my food from DoorDash. So he went ahead and gave me some paperwork stating that he had seen me today. He gave me some medication to get my respiratory system, back online, hopefully, and feeling better, and get my throat feeling better, and gave me some medication to help with my back and my lungs, my back and all my muscles from so much coughing. So I just wanted to give everybody an update that I did go to the doctor. No such thing as a clean bill of health till we know exactly what's going on, but he seems to think that the medicine that he gave me will help get this all out of my system and get me better. So I'll post another update here in a few days. Till then, everybody be safe, and if you order any food, make sure you're checking your cameras. Hey, so I just shared this on TikTok, so I wanted to share it here as well. With everything going on, I don't think that this would have been pushed as far as it has been if it wasn't for all of you guys helping me. Everybody on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of of you guys have been sharing this, commenting. I've been messaged by people I don't know. I've been messaged by media, news media. I've been getting phone calls. I've been getting emails. I've been getting calls from people I haven't seen in 10 years. So I wanted to thank everyone that has helped get this information out there to see this person get prosecuted. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wouldn't be able to, you know, probably go after this person if it wasn't for you guys helping. Social media is a very powerful tool, and I hate that I even had to make this video. I hate that you guys even had to share it. But this information wouldn't have gotten out there and wouldn't have gotten spread as far as it has if it wasn't for you guys. And I'm not a live personality person, so you'll have to forgive me for not having any fancy edits in any of my videos and stuff like that. I get on TikTok and Facebook to watch funny videos. So again, the only reason for this message is to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart.
As of this recording, online records show Courtney Stevenson is still in the McCracken County Jail in Kentucky after waiving extradition. She'll be held without bond until she's transported to Indiana. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Inside the Crime. I'm Elizabeth Wilmer.
Okay, guys, we have one more.
Give the gift of adventure with Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Treasure the magic of the season at Santa's Wonderland with a free photo with Santa. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Sorry, I'm a little out of sorts right now.
Okay.
This might be one of the most frustrating pieces of body cam video we've ever shown you here on Sidebar. New Jersey police officers had their patients definitely tested by an alleged drunk driver who had her 3 kids in the back of the car when she purportedly collided with a tractor trailer. And in an ironic twist, she works for the state's Department of Transportation. Not making this up. We're breaking down the most shocking moments from her arrest. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Back in October of 2024, police were dispatched to a car crash in Union Township, New Jersey. An SUV had reportedly made a wide turn and collided with the rear of a tractor trailer. And the most distressing part about this? One of the first officers on scene immediately notices several children standing on the sidewalk near the wreck.
Hello. Quick question, is anyone injured? Who was involved? Is anyone injured?
No.
Everyone's good?
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Are you the driver? Excuse me, sir. You the driver?
Yeah.
You injured or anything?
No, but I'm gonna need a record for
Well, we know. Just give us a second, okay? Hello. Who was the driver? You were?
Yeah.
Alright, so what happened today?
Literally went to lacrosse, had some dinner, came back, and
Which way were you traveling?
We were traveling this way.
So you're going down this way?
No, we were going this way. No, we were going this way. Oh, okay. I thought we were going the other way.
So you're going down this way?
Yes.
Is it possible you can get me your driver's license, insurance, or registration for the vehicle?
That is 39-year-old Megan Fackler. She had her 3 daughters, all under the age of 10 with her, according to the New York Post. And she tells the officer that they were coming from the kids' lacrosse practice when the truck hit her. Thing about that is, after speaking with the driver of the tractor trailer, as well as a witness who happened to be walking by, it quickly becomes clear that Fackler may be the one at fault.
Upwork puts the world's best freelance talent right at our fingertips. We need an AI chatbot for customer service. Upwork's AI combs through thousands of freelancers to help match us with the perfect person for the project. Today is chatbot. Tomorrow,
we're building an app.
Love that for us.
Get a match, get moving. Upwork.
Wayfair presents sofas and chairs. Find the perfect sofa at the perfect price with hundreds of options under $9.99. Save big on couches that turn into beds, sofas that store, and super spacious sectionals. Plus, a huge lineup of accent chairs for every style. All with fast and free shipping straight to your door. Saved you a seat. Shop seating for way less at Wayfair. Wayfair, every style, every home.
When officers try to get details about exactly what happened from her, she can't seem to remember which way she was traveling.
So you were traveling this way, and what were you said you were gonna make a left?
Yes.
Where?
We were literally just trying to get home. I can.
Right, wait, where are you trying to make a left onto? Here? This road right here?
Grand Avenue.
Well, we're on Grand Avenue.
And up 700 feet to Upper Ferry.
Well, West Upper Ferry is down there. But you said you were traveling this way.
I literally was.
So you're traveling away from West Upper Ferry. West Upper Ferry is not that way.
I am new to the area. I'm sorry, I don't want to.
No, you're fine. Let's just. I just need. Don't. If you push that, it's just gonna blow more smoke
Yeah,
out.
sorry. I don't want you to inhale that.
Where? Okay, so you're on Grand. Where were you trying to go? That way, or you're traveling this way, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you said you made a left turn?
Sorry, I'm a little out of sorts right now.
Okay.
Yes, I was following directions to get to my brother's house on 22 Riverview. That's how it happened.
I'm trying to figure out how the collision occurred.
I completely understand that. I'm trying to give you all the information that you were going in the direction we need to go.
Do you remember which direction you're going? Because I mean,
No, in all honesty, I'm going through a divorce. Just moved in with my brother who lives there.
Okay.
And I was traveling through the directions I had.
What were you doing prior to this? Where were you prior to this?
The cross. So we practice at the lacrosse club.
Alright, so prior to this you were at a gym?
No, it was a field, the village field in Lawrenceville.
Okay. That was immediately before this?
Yes.
Scary story, but I'll tell you what, talking driving incidents, let me tell you something about our sponsor and partner, Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They deal with this stuff all the time, and also, they win a lot all the time. In the past few months, Morgan & Morgan secured a $9.3 million verdict for a car crash victim in Florida, a $5.6 million verdict for another car accident victim in Atlanta, and not to mention $1.8 million in Kentucky after insurance offered them a mere $5,000 in that case. And even if you think your case isn't worth millions of dollars, why not start a claim and fight for what you deserve? Morgan & Morgan makes it so simple. The whole process can be done right from your smartphone. You can start a claim from your phone in just 8 clicks. So if you're injured, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/LC-sidebar.
Do you guys have anything to drink there? The ambulance is here to check on your children. Do you guys have any? Did you guys have anything to drink there?
No.
Okay. You just like I understand you're in a crash, but you seem they're over there. You seem very disoriented. As like I'm just trying to get simple things here. Where you're going and what happened before the crash. And you're having trouble explaining that to me. It's making me worry, and you're slurring your speech a little. So it's either an injury from this, or you guys were doing something. You were doing something prior. You all right? That is infecting.
I would never.
Yeah, and I see there's 3 kids, and I would hope that's what I'm hoping. I just want to I want to rule that out, but you're having a lot of trouble like helping me out here with what's going on.
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? What's your name?
Megan.
Where are you right now, Megan?
In Ewing Township.
Okay, what happened?
So I was taking my kids from practice.
Okay.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can talk to him. I'm listening.
The ambulance, I'm just making sure you're okay.
No, I'm fine.
You're fine. Okay.
Why are you going through it?
I need to find the insurance.
I can send it to you.
Can you show it to me?
Yes.
Can you pull it up on your phone? Yeah, is this...
Man, you wanted a big hit in the car, in the front end of this car here. We should absolutely go to the hospital.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thanks.
Did you pass out?
No.
Do you remember the whole thing?
I do.
So is that because maybe she's not telling the truth? Is it because of the result of this actual incident? Hard to say. But despite Fackler saying that she doesn't want to go to the hospital, police reports we reviewed show that all 3 children, they complained of neck pain. So they all went to the hospital to get checked out. Now Fackler apparently tells the police that she's going through a divorce and has moved in with her brother.
Can you call your brother, please? So we have another party out here, just in case the kids have to go. Can you just call your brother and have him come out? Is he at home right now? Is he at home right now? Can you just go and call? Wouldn't you want him out here?
No.
You don't want him out here? What kind of relationship do you have with your brother? Is it a good relationship? I mean, you're living with him, right? Trying to get her brother out here. She's right around.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I just got in the car. Accident.
Oh my God, where are you?
Now, after multiple officers have conversations with Fackler, they know they're going to need to do field sobriety tests, right? But Fackler seems to stonewall. She says she absolutely understands why the officers need to do an investigation, but remains in the car despite repeated orders to get out.
I'm not asking you down there, Kevin. Step out of the car. I'm not asking you. You understand that? I'm not asking you. This is not an option. Step out of the car. gotta get this road cleaned up, and we have other calls, so you can't sit here and you can leave too.
I understand.
Alright,
I
so-
work for the DOT. I
Okay,
understand.
so you understand that you need to step out of the car. So you understand, if you're telling me you understand how we do our job, you understand that you need to get out of the car.
So what happens is the officer gets called away to another scene, and a second officer takes over and tries to get Miss Fackler to cooperate.
Alright, so he has to leave.
You're the bad guy.
I'm not the bad guy. There's no bad guys here. This isn't good guy, bad guy.
But
You have open bottles in your car.
right here,
You have,
in the backseat.
yeah. So in your slur in your speech, you're showing signs of impairment. Like the other officer said, I'm going to give you an opportunity to run through these tests. But if you refuse, you're just going to be placed under arrest for suspicion of drinking under the influence of alcohol. So, what's it going to do? I don't want. You have the opportunity to participate in the test. Why wouldn't you take the opportunity to participate in the test? To show me that you are not impaired.
But it's also my God-given issue to ensure
I don't know what that means. So, you have one of two options. You participate in the test, and if I deem that you are not under the influence of drugs or alcohol, then we're good to go. We finish this investigation for the crash, and you're good to go with your brother. If you do not participate, based on my observation, that the bottle's in the back, you are showing signs of impairment. All right. So then I'll be forced to place you under arrest for the for suspected driving while intoxicated. So what's it gonna be?
what's in the back. So
There's empty wine bottles in the back. All right.
from each
Alright. Well, observation's observation. Mixed with your slur in your speech, you're not understanding.
I am understanding.
You're not, because I gave you two options.
I do understand, but you also have to understand there's two ways to understand something.
Based on my training experience, this is how I understand. So, either, I have to keep explaining it over and over. Either you step out and perform the test, or you're going to be placed under arrest.
The officer goes around and round and round in circles with Fackler before finally convincing her to at least get out of the SUV.
Yes, we can do it quickly. I've been trying to do this quickly. Alright, so we're going to perform two tests. Okay, sure. Chris Turnbull. Alright, so how's it going? Now your brother's here. Alright, so we're going to perform two tests. The first test is the walk and turn, alright? Alright. Now I'm going to explain it, alright? So the starting position I need you to get into. I'm going to get you up right there. So come with me. We're going to perform it on the sidewalk, okay?
Not have people watching. Like,
Okay, well, do you want to perform it on a L, or do you want to perform it where there's a line?
or we could actually eject people.
I can only do so many things, alright? I'm trying to make this the most private, but we're in public, alright?
So the officer hopes to have Fackler complete just two tests, the walk and turn test and the one-legged stand test. But Fackler seems to have trouble following instructions and even standing upright.
While you're completing this test, I need you to keep your hands by your side, focus on your feet, count your steps out loud, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9, and do not stop until you completed the test. Do you understand the instructions as I've explained them to you?
As you've instructed, so now I have to talk.
Right. Do you understand the instructions as I explain them to you? I need you to acknowledge. Give me a verbal. Do you understand the instructions as I've explained them to you? Yes or no?
I do.
Okay. So. Yes. So you do understand. All right. Remember the starting position. You're not paying attention to what I said. I said, as you complete the steps, it's your hands by your side. It's the 9 heel steps. You count each one out loud.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You understood the instructions. Continue the test until you complete it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Alright, the next test is called the one-legged stand. How does a walking turn? We're going to do the one-legged stand. This is a little easier starting position. So as we start this, I need you to keep your hands by your side and your feet together while I explain the instructions. Do you understand? This is the same. We're going to go through the same method. It's going to be I explain, I demonstrate, make sure you understand.
I work for the DOT.
Okay. Well, you're not doing as I asked. So hands by your side. Hands by your side. I need you to get into the starting position. I need you to. So the starting position.
Humanity is left.
Okay. Hands by your side, feet together. Okay. This is the start. I need you to stay in that starting position while I explain instructions.
Okay. So.
While you perform this test, focus on your foot. Keep your hands by your side. Keep your foot parallel to the ground. If you drop your foot, raise it back up and continue where you left off.
So temper doesn't actually interfere.
Man, this is the last test.
I'm just on the record.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
So
It's on the record. All right.
on the record.
On the record. Okay. So, do I need to explain the instructions again since you interrupted? Would you like me to explain the instructions again?
Yes, I would love.
Okay. Starting position, your hands by your side, feet together.
1.
So, are you ready to begin?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Make up for me.
Did you not understand? We're still doing this test.
I do understand that, and I appreciate
Are you
that.
done with the test?
I'm not done with the test, and I never said that. I just want to make sure my girls are okay.
They're okay. They're with your brother. We're done with the test. You can't even stand up.
What are you saying?
Can you turn around and put your hands behind your back like you're
Absolutely
praying?
not. You didn't give me the opportunity on camera.
I did.
No, you're not harassing. Please don't harass me. No.
Why you let it go in the jail? All right now.
Do you want to make a scene? You're placed under arrest for suspicion of driving while intoxicated. If you tighten up, it's going to make the cuff tighter. But you're tensing up.
It's natural to tense up, fool.
Is that what you want?
You can go just sit there and let nobody put no cuffs on you.
221, you have one on there. 227, there you go.
She's doing better than me.
You can't even stand up. How can you stand up?
Oh shoot, where's my card? Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go.
Also, that's my property, please.
And I will maintain your property until you're released. you.
Are you serious? You're literally going to say you're gonna say that? I have no balance.
Why you have no balance?